Okay, I just built this workflow, right? They can turn an image that looks like this, right, from another source, haven't built myself, and convert it to look to something like this, right? And this is kind of insane, right? Because this, you could rebrand something and put it under your name and put it under your branding and then use it as an advertisement, right? And it is definitely not that ethical, okay, right? Because this image was found from a community I was in, and then they had these ad creators created for them, and I was like, oh, I wanted to try use a workflow to see whether I could rebrand it and see what it would look like, right? So I made it purely for fun, right? But this I was actually so basically this workflow, right? It's like a rebrander, right? It takes an image and then it rebrands the content with your branding images or like coloring, right? So if I just go, so basically I basically have our brand logo and our brand like branding colors, right? As you can see, it's like the blue gradient is just got from the website, and then this can basically be inputted with AI with any other image and turn into something that looks like it was built for our brand and specifically our brand, right? And when I was building it, I was like, oh, what if I could just like add any random image with their own icon, their own stuff, and then this could basically just reform it to our brand, right? Definitely not ethical, but it could be definitely useful if you have content that just doesn't match your style. Maybe you made something before and then it doesn't match your style, and then you kind of want to change it to something that looks like yours and it has your icon also, and you don't want to go in Photoshop and do all that, right? I'll show you something that's less a lot more ethical and something that actually um, is a good use case. So let's say I have this content which I made a while back, right? The autonomy ladder was for a LinkedIn post, and it basically talks about how you can go up the ladder as you use AI and stuff like that. This image, right, definitely looks nothing like our brand, right? Let me just show you our website. Looks nothing like a website. It's blue and white. This is green and black, right, and white. So basically, I can basically turn this into, if I add it to this photo, right? So how does the workflow work? Basically, this workflow, right, it checks a Google Drive photo, right? If anything's added to the photo. The minute something's added to the photo, it instantly grabs that image, right, and analyzes that image, right, to check whether there's a logo or any elements that can be replaced with our logo inside it, right? And basically that's the prompt and everything, and then upload the images through here. And then once that is done, it'll get the logo and our branding image, right, that we provide from both of these, merge it all together, and then it checks on the if node whether the analysis has found something to replace with the logo. And if it has, right, firstly, if it has, it'll go to this OpenAI HTTPS request node, right? I don't use the attribute node because the only way to upload multiple images is through a HTTPS request node. As you can see, the images are under like this array header, right? And this allows you to just keep adding images into it, which is really interesting because I've never seen anyone done it before. I had to figure it out myself. All right, so basically, if there's a logo, this one is for replacing a logo, right? Made it for fun, just want to see if it works, right? But definitely like that, I think, unless you have consent, then perfect, yeah, it's good to use. And then this is for no logo, then it just gets a good appropriate position to put the logo in, right? So the main difference between these two nodes is the prompting. In this node, we have a prompt that actually takes in an expression of the exact location and description of the logo or image we want to replace, right? And this is really good. And this, I probably should tell you this, but this bypasses the safety features that ChatGPT have of replacing images to stop inappropriate stuff from happening, right? And then this one has no expression taking in. It's just finding an appropriate location to put your logo in, the image, right? And also when you're combining multiple images, right, it can cause ChatGPT to have safety guards on, like, you might be creating something inappropriate with these images and it's harder to tell because it's harder to read images rather than text. So that's why I have a wait note that basically if there's an error, it just waits for like 5-10 seconds, because I found out that, like, even though that happens sometimes, if you just keep doing it at the same time, there'll eventually be some point where the AI will just accept it, right? Because of the temperature. And it's not that like variable. Like a lot of testing, I think the most was 3 times, but it still accepted it, which is enough to say that it's just a simple recurring loop is enough. And also it doesn't even take credits, because when I was checking my credits, it wasn't using anything if there is an error, right? Because yes, this is quite expensive. A high quality image is like 25 cents, right? And yeah, and then after that we convert it and stuff. And then once that is created, converts it to a file and then saves it into your Google Drive and updates like a manager for just checking images and seeing whether it's done or not, and then for other social media integrations. And then once it's saved also, right, it will be saved to this file on redesigned content, right? And on redesigned content, I have another workflow that brings the redesigned content to this to upload folder, which basically automatically uploads the content onto LinkedIn or any social media if you change the workflow. I'll show you the workflow. Yeah, I'll show you the workflow now. So basically, when you click this, right? So how I've done my workflow, right, is that like, let's say I add an image to it, right? And then it'll be uploaded to here. And I look at the image, see if I want to do it. If I like it. If I don't like it, I'll just delete it, right? But then from here, I can just execute this workflow. It'll find the newest image on that workflow, and then it'll move it to the next folder, right? And this folder. And then after that, there's another, it'll go, and then after that, this workflow gets activated. That checks whether anything is being sent on another folder, the to upload folder. And if that folder has a new image, right? It'll analyze the image, create a description based on my business, and then this one is to just clean up the text for any bad things, any bad fonts or like promptings. Like sometimes when you ask ChatGPT, it puts the bold like asterisks, right? So yeah, it cleans that up and then just publishes it on LinkedIn like this, right? Really easy and really simple, right? So it's a really nice workflow, and I'll show you the finished image once it's done. Oh, looks like I got an error. Oh yeah, I haven't finished setting up the Google Sheets to store all the generated images. But basically, as you can see, this is the finished image. I open it up. Yeah, it's in our brand gradient. It's the exact same text. It has our logo now. It has our website. And yeah, completely rebranded is something we can definitely use to represent the brand better, right? So this is really good, right? I mean, the only thing is just finding the content to feed to the system. But once you have good content, you can just endlessly feed it and endlessly get content. And then all I have to do is just go to the previous workflow, right? Just execute this, right? And then it'll move this, right? I don't know how in sync my Google Drive folder is on my PC. See if the minute it deletes. Let me just wait for this a little bit. It's taking a while.
10 years later.
Okay, doesn't matter. But basically, this should go to the next workflow, right? And then if we check the execution, you see it's running. And then now, if we just go to our page post, and then we refresh that.
A few minutes later.
And there, right it is. Competitive landscape, business must leverage AI to increase efficiency. And this is a framework, blah, blah, blah. Let's discuss how we can elevate your business through smarter automation. It's really fast and easy. This would have taken ages to do without AI. And yeah, I mean, this is I mean, this is pretty powerful workflow. I'm pretty scared what people could do with this, right? You could upload literally anything and just copy it, and there might not be any legal, people can't even sue you because like it's different, like it's rebranded, right? So, but yeah, this is a workflow I created and it's pretty interesting. Yeah, so if you want the workflow, just comment down below and I'll give it to you for free. I don't put the workflows on the YouTube description because it's like supply and demand. I don't know whether people actually want it. And if I want to give it, I actually put it in GitHub and then make sure that all the APIs are not there and stuff like that. So yeah, comment down below if you actually want it so I know you want it and I'll make it for you straight away. Definitely for this workflow though, right? You definitely have to edit this a lot, right? It's not really plug and play because depending on what type of content you want to create, like definitely for these prompts, right? I'm literally just saying replace an image with the logo and use the brand colors, right? And then put a link also at the bottom and stuff like that. Maybe you don't want a link and then you're going to change the link and stuff like that. You don't the stuff, I'll put it in the same link as bio. And also one more thing is for the OpenAI image model you use, the best one is GPT image 1, and you have to use high quality, because I was trying with medium quality to save costs, but the quality doesn't work anymore. It literally can't create words anymore, stuff like that. So you have to use high quality and image 1 for this type of image combination stuff. You also have to change all the Google Drives and stuff like that. But I guess for the other workflows also, you have to change the Google Drives, and for the LinkedIn auto description, which I also put it into this one, you would also have to change the your LinkedIn account and stuff like that, or just make a different social media. I'll probably do another video on social media integrations and posting it to a bunch, because I'm planning to centralize all this business social media stuff. I have made a workflow before on that for a personal vendetta I did a while ago, but I have to do one specific for this business that I'm running, and then I'll show you how to make a good social media like centralizer for content post. That's all you need to know when you're taking this workflow in. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time. I will make the generation proposal video for the next one, definitely. I said that in the past 2 videos, but I couldn't be bothered because I'm adding this new stuff to it, and I want to wait till that's done before I make a video for that. But yeah, thank you for watching. See ya.